Alright, so here we go. Alright, see what you got. You have your front view isometric and you have a rear view isometric. You can notice it's the same drawing because you have your two long containers and your short container on the second level. You get your two long containers and your short container on the second level. Then you have a long container down here, long container over here, same one. And the short container and the short container you're going to see on the bottom. This is our second floor, this is our first floor. Yesterday we went over how to convert and do our first floor drawing. And our second floor drawing, I asked you to outline them in marker and include the labels. So what we're going to do today is we're going to try to figure out where our rooms are going to go. Now, what I did previous to this is I said to myself, I think I want my container house to kind of look like this when it's all said and done. All right, so basically taking this isometric, I added a roof. Now, you don't necessarily need to add a roof. You can do it in different ways. Container houses can have flat roofs. Container houses can have these gabled roofs like this. So that's up to you. I just like the look of this. I saw enough of those videos that we watched, and I saw enough of them where they did have roofs added to them. They actually, a lot of those videos, they would probably have closed in this space underneath here with windows, basically the whole way. All right, made like a false wall and put like doors here, or put big windows, and done the same thing. When you looked at the back of the house, they would have probably closed this in and put some sort of doors here, all right? But since this is my dream container house and things I want to think about, I want to park my cars under here, all right? I want to have covered parking. So in the winter or in the summer, I want to drive my car in. I want to be able to park on this area. So I want to think about how I want to set my house up and where I want to put certain things. What I did for you is, if you go to Schoology, I made a sheet of paper where it has a whole bunch of different pieces that you can use inside your house. These are all at 1/8" scale. You have to print this out. In school, I'll print a bunch more of these out, but right now this is the one we got for what we're doing. I think what I want you to start off and think about first is, if you have a 2-level house, how are you getting to the second level? How do you get to the second level of a house? Well, stairs. Or an elevator, but I don't think we're doing elevators in these ones, okay? There are 2 ways you could do stairs, all right? You need to do a straight run of stairs, meaning when you get off on your first floor and you start walking up the steps, you walk up about 13 steps to get all the way up to the second floor. Or you can do a set of stairs with a landing. These are the 2 different sets of stairs. Hopefully you can see them a little bit better here.
Is a landing like the little platform?
So this little platform here. So what that does, it allows you to shorten the length of your stairwell. Okay? Generally a stairwell is about 13 feet this way. Okay? And it's either 3 to 4 feet this way. So in width it'll be 3 to 4 feet. In depth it'll be about 13 feet that way. When you do a set of stairs with a landing, you can play around with the amount of stairs that are here, and you can play around with the amount of stairs that are here, and the landing. Since our container house is 8 feet wide, it's probably in your benefit to do a 4-foot set of steps and a 4-foot set of steps when you do the landing version, because it'll just take up the entire width. You wouldn't really be able to do a 3 to 3. You wouldn't really have anything to do with that 2 feet that's on the side. It's too small to really live around, too small to walk around. So if you're going to do this version, there's really only a couple spots you can put it. So let's take a look. I'm going to cut it out, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now this is why it's important that you did your pre-drawing on the graph paper. So when it comes to figuring out where your stuff's going to go, you will be able to set up your stairways. Okay, so 2 sets of stairs here. I have a first floor plan, and I have a a second floor plan. Anybody tell me how a first floor plan and second floor plan have to relate with the steps?
Follow the same, like,
Elevation.
Same layout, right? They have to be basically in the same spot, in the first floor and the second floor, so. These stairs are actually 3 feet wide, these are not 4 feet wide. Okay? The reason they're 3 feet wide is because they were actually done for my own house. And I only have a 6-foot area, I don't have the 8 foot like this house does. So for the purpose of this, activity right here, I'm gonna stick the stairs right here, okay? Why am I sticking the stairs right here? Because if you look at my first floor plan and my second floor plan, there's not a lot of other places that I could do a turnaround set of steps with a landing. Now, if I wanna do just a regular set of steps like this, I can stick these anywhere. All right, they're 3 feet wide. I would still have 5 feet to walk past them, so if I wanted to put the stairs here instead, I can. But you have to think about how your rooms are gonna be laid out. Where's your kitchen gonna go? That's probably your first and most important, is where's the kitchen gonna go? Okay? Why do I say that?
To the bathroom.
Because the plumbing, you need a kitchen, okay? Generally, does the kitchen go on the first floor or the second floor of a house?
First.
First floor of the house, right? We know that we wanna bring our groceries in, we don't wanna walk up a set of stairs. The way I designed my house, this one here, right, I said to myself that I wanna drive my car underneath, I wanna be able to park underneath, out of the snow, out of the rain, walk in a set of doors and be by my kitchen, okay? So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set mine up where I have a set of stairs that goes here, okay, in my first floor. I'm gonna use the same scale that I see here, okay, but what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna make it 4 feet wide, because I don't need to do the 3 foot. So I'm gonna use the same exact scale, and I'm gonna draw my stairs here, and guess what? When I draw my stairs here, and my platform, I have to do the same thing on my second floor. Alright, so my stairs came 4 boxes over, 1, 2, 3, and 4. They came 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, basically 5 down. Came across, came up a little bit, came back. No matter what, first floor and second floor, I can't really monopolize this corner. This is gonna be just stairs to get up and down my house, okay? Back to the first floor. Now that I know I have stairs here, I know that my covered patio goes to here, my second floor is basically to this. I wanna put a door in somewhere over here, all right? Doors into houses are generally always 3 feet wide. If you have a single door, is your 3-footer. If you have something bigger, I got a very light one here. It's hard to see because I didn't print it the right color. But you could do a double door if you wanted to. You could do sliding doors, right? Sliding doors are the ones where you have one door and it overlaps the other door like this. Okay, generally they're 3 feet and 3 feet, or 2 feet 6 and 2 feet 6. So that the total opening becomes either 5 to 6 feet wide, okay? For this house, generally entry doors for a house are just a regular swing door, like a 36-inch door. Sometimes you have a double. For this house that I'm doing, I'm just gonna do a regular swing door. Okay, I'm gonna keep it a little bit away from the stairs, so when people walk in the door, they don't walk right to the set of stairs. All right, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my door, if this is the edge of the stair, I'm gonna try to be like 3 feet away from the edge of the stair. So 1 box, 1.5 boxes, then I'll go 3 feet wide. So a half a box is 1 foot, another box is 2 feet. I'm going to make my door swing in. It always swings in on an exterior door. It does not swing out, okay? When you swing your door in, do I swing it in with the door swinging towards the stairs, or do I swing in with the door going over the stairs? It all depends on what I think I'm going to use this first floor for. I think I'm gonna include my kitchen somewhere over here. So when I bring my groceries in the house, the majority of the time, I'm gonna wanna walk this way. So since I'm gonna walk this way, I don't wanna walk around the door. So what I'm gonna do is instead, I'm gonna sacrifice the walk to the second floor, knowing that I'm gonna have to have the door closed. I'm gonna put my door here. I think that's where I'm gonna put my door. 3 feet wide, it's gonna have a swing out, it's gonna be 3 feet long. Now, I start walking up my stairs here. I hit my landing, I go this way, and I finish going up my stairs here. So my second floor is kind of the same thing. All right, you're gonna go down the stairs here, across, and down the stairs here. This is up, and up. Kitchen countertops are 2 feet deep. Luckily, our boxes are 2 feet deep, so it'd be very easy for you to lay out a kitchen. I'm thinking, for my first floor, I'm gonna make this my kitchen and dining room area. I'll make my living space on the second floor at this point. Originally, I thought I might put my living room down here, but the way this container is set up for me, I think it would be better in my situation if I do a kind of corner kitchen here. Okay? So I have my kitchen countertop that goes like this. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to do an island, per se, but I will be able to do kind of a U-shaped kitchen. Might not be huge, but I can maybe do a U-shape, or I can do an L-shape. Kind of like this. The difference between a U and an L. In a L shape, I have 3 feet of open space. In a U, I only have 4 feet of open space. So I would have 6 feet or 4 feet between the countertops. Now 4 feet, if you think about it, it's a decent amount of space. It's basically like floor tiles. But if you've ever tried to walk around the kitchen with 2 people in it, sometimes it gets tight if you have only 3 feet of space. But most people only have 3 feet of space. So 4 feet isn't the worst thing, okay? Eventually, we'll figure out where the stove, where the fridge, and where the sink is gonna go. Many people like to put their sink underneath a window. The idea is you're cleaning the dishes, you can still look outside. I'm on both. What's that?
No, it was funny.
It is. It's
Just
like,
look outside while cleaning dishes.
a lot of times what they would do, the houses they built in like the 50s, and if your house is built probably around then, you probably have a kitchen sink. If your kitchen hasn't been redone, you have a kitchen sink. The kitchen's in the back of the house. There's a window above the kitchen sink, and it looks in the backyard. The idea that architects felt back then was, whoever's washing the dishes can be watching the kids in the backyard through the window while they're still washing the dishes. They can still go in the house, do a couple things, and keep an eye on their kids. All right. Modern day, there's not always that kitchen sink above the window. A lot of times the kitchen sink faces now the big screen TV. So instead of watching your kids play in the backyard, you're watching the TV while you're doing the dishes. Just depends on the house and how it's laid out. Okay, this is your house. You're gonna lay it out how you want to. I'm just giving you guys a couple tips on different ways to do things. So kitchen, stairs, dining room table, if I think about it. Oh, guess what? When I go over here, what do I have? Dining room table. Does that fit? Yeah, that fits. All right, does it fit this way?
No.
Not so much. If I can get away with the dining room table here, maybe when I don't have guests over, I could slide it over a little bit more over the wall and still have plenty of room to walk. I just figured out my first floor plan for this section. I want you today to try to print this out, figure out where your stairs are gonna go, and see if you can figure out where your kitchen is gonna go just for today. Anybody have any questions so far? Don't need to lay out your kitchen, don't need to do anything like that. figure out where your stairs are gonna go, understand that they're gonna take up space in your first floor and your second floor, and then understand where your kitchen's gonna go. That's your goal for today. All right, let's get to work.